Video. There we go. Well, hello, Dennis.
Eileen, how are you?
I am doing fine. How about you?
Not bad, thank you.
Good, good. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Dennis.
There we go.
You think we're close to one of these days meeting in at City Hall?
I sure hope so. I hope this is our last Zoom meeting, but I guess we'll wait and see.
Yes.
You're fully vaccinated now, aren't you, Mary?
Yes, I am. Yay.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Good morning,
Hey,
David.
David.
Dave, your microphone is off.
I know. I leave
Okay.
it off unless I've got something to say.
Okay, that's a smart thing to do.
Well, I'm in another meeting on Saturday with 100 people, and that's what they leave it off unless you've got something to say.
Good advice. I know Heidi will be joining us.
Okay, now, Mary, has your dog had the puppies yet, or getting ready to have the
No.
puppies? They're getting ready to?
Getting ready sometimes next week. I figured it would be June 3rd when our meeting was supposed to occur,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
I don't know. I take her in Wednesday afternoon for x-ray for a puppy count, and hopefully the vet can give me a better idea of what date.
Uh-huh. Well, good. That's exciting.
It is. It is. It's nerve-wracking too. And she's quite large.
Oh, the poor thing, getting uncomfortable, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary, did you say that no one from the police department's going to be there?
Yes, that's my understanding. They have
Okay.
oral boards today for a training officer. Yesterday, there was all sorts of stuff going on too, as you probably found out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I promised Alicia that you all were the right board to start with as she learns how to sit in that sort of clerk Zoom administrator seat. So you have to live up to my promise for her.
Okay.
Hey, David, it's 9:30.
And oh, am I the person?
You are. You're the
All
chair.
right. Yeah. Boy, do I have a short memory. Yes, the meeting for the The Lakewood Civil Service Commission is now called to order. It's 9:31, 9:30. Members present, all three commissioners are present, and our legal advice, Heidi Welcher. Is it Welcher? Way to pronounce it, Heidi? Or Wacker?
Doctor, you say Wachter.
Wachter. Okay, thank you. And our examiner, Mary Pandier. And our first item on the agenda, and I did not print the agenda out.
Okay, approval of the February 4th minutes. Dave, your microphone's off.
You're not hearing me. Okay.
No, there you
Can
go.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
We can.
I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes, please.
I so move.
seconded.
Motion and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of accepting the minutes? Aye.
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 Those minutes have been accepted. Next item, Mary.
The next item is old business rule revision. So let's see. It's rule 9.7, cancellation of eligibility, and the proposal comes to you today after Commissioner Roden made the suggestion at February meeting to include non-responsiveness to help clarify the intent of the rule.
Everyone was sent the rule. I assume that everyone has received it and
Yes.
has the opportunity to read it. I'd like to have a motion to accept the rule.
So move.
And seconded.
It has been moved and second. Is there any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor of acceptance of the rule, say by aye. Aye.
Aye.
The rule has been accepted and approved. Our next item.
Okay, the next item, moving on to new business, certification of court compliance officer eligibility list. We have a list today of 2. We had a fairly small group that tested and applied actually this time around. We ended up with the 2 folks that you see on the list today.
Can I have a motion to accept the list as published?
So move.
And seconded.
It's moved and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the rule, of the new list, say aye.
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 The list has been approved.
Okay, the next item was cancellation of eligibility for 4 candidates on the police officer list.
I have not discussed this with, naturally, with any of the board members. I have read it. I hope the other board members have had an opportunity to read it. I do not, at this point, see a need to go into an executive session unless one of the other commissioners feels so.
I've reviewed it and I don't see a need to go into executive session either.
Dennis?
Yeah, I have a concern about one of the candidates, that's Jeffrey Sheppard. And
We can't discuss it. Go ahead.
it seems to me that there is an issue concerning personal sensitive information that may affect the series of misconduct and or character issues that were cited. And that is why I feel that it would be appropriate if we discuss this case today to go into executive session. On the other hand, what I wanted to do was to discuss the case with the investigator and with the police department and go over the incidents. And if there was satisfactory information given, then there would not have been a need, in my opinion, to go into executive session. My suggestion is that we delay considering the DQ recommendation for Mr. Sheppard until the next meeting, and let me have an opportunity to discuss it with the investigator.
Is Heidi still with us?
Yes, yes, I am. And
Is that okay with us?
board member Roden did contact me yesterday with some of the concerns. I'm aware that the officers did not realize this was coming up in this way, and many of them are not available today. And so if you wish to pursue it further, a continuance would be appropriate. I don't know to what degree that interferes with anything else would happen through the delay. If the delay doesn't cause any other issues, then that might be the way to go. On the other hand, if you want to do an executive session, there is a basis for one when you're considering the qualifications of applicants. And that could happen today, although it wasn't announced in the agenda. And the cleanest way is to always put in the agenda that you're going to have an executive session. And the third option is you can go forward with the vote without the benefit of that discussion. But as board member Roden has indicated in his discussions with me, I am not comfortable having some of the issues in the public record. They should be more appropriately addressed in an executive session.
Then I think then, and at that, listening to that, that's what we should do, is delay that one, Dennis, until the next meeting, and we'll have it, it'll be noted that there will be an executive session at that meeting where we can discuss it with the officers, or you can provide us the information in an executive session.
Thanks, David.
The first officer's name that we're going to consider, I don't think we should do it as a group, or should we, Heidi?
I'm sorry, which is a group? The whole group?
Do we do the three as a group or separately?
Well, if you're approving a list, you discuss the list. If you're discussing specific disqualification, they should go one by one. And I think that's where you're at, is looking at the disqualifications.
Okay.
So one by one.
Will you cite the name of the first officer here?
Jacob Bernetsky.
Could I have a motion to approve the chief's request that this also be removed from the list?
So moved.
Seconded.
A second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of removal, say aye.
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 Aye. It has been approved that he will be removed from the list.
The next one, David, is Parker Gunhild.
I have a motion that Mr. Gunhill, or is it
Ms.
Ms.
Gunhill, be removed from the list?
So moved.
And seconded.
It's moved and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the removal, say aye.
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 Aye. It has been approved that she will be removed from the list.
Okay, and the next one is Yoshihiko Murakoshi.
Can I have a motion to remove him from the list as requested by the chief?
So moved.
Seconded.
It's moved and it's been second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the removal, say aye.
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 The removal has been approved.
Okay, the next item is a notice of temporary appointment. Mary McDougall was going to join us, but I don't see that she's been.
She's here.
Oh, Okay.
She's right there. There she is.
Okay, I don't know if anyone had any questions about this. I think Mary's memo explained it fairly well.
Are there any questions for any of the commissioners?
The memo explains it quite well. Apparently, unlike federal civil service, there are no dual compensation provisions in the state. And just by looking at all of the provisions in here, it's an appropriate appointment.
Okay.
Do we need to vote on that? I don't think so.
No,
do we?
it was just a notice
Yeah,
to let you know.
Yeah.
So I guess we can move on to the next item. It's workforce demographics. And I provided you with the chart. So let's see what's happened over the the first quarter of the year, actually. We have a reduction of one person. We went from a total of 95 to 94. Detectives decreased by one white male, officers decreased by one white female and one black male, and increased by one black female and one female of two or more races.
I had a question about the female. I saw where there was a decrease in multicultural. That's not what it's called, but and then there was an increase in black. I just wondered if the multiracial person moved over to be black, or was that actually a new hire?
A new hire. We had a new hire of one black female and one two or more races.
Okay,
and
then
we lost one
okay.
white female.
Oh, okay. And we lost a black male.
Yes.
There was a picture of the chief and the new officers in, I think it was one of the weekly bulletins that the city sends out. And I did notice that there would, in all likelihood, be an increase in that we see today.
Okay.
Do we know why the two losses we have, the one black male and the one white female?
So let's see. The black male was Officer Dobson, and he moved, I think he went back to the port of Seattle. I think he was planning to move up north, actually, so it was closer for him, but he went back to a prior employer, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. And then the other one, the white female, was Officer Mundell, and it just, it wasn't quite her cup of tea, I guess. She was an entry-level officer, so she was new to the environment. And I guess it just didn't meet with her expectations. So I think she was going to move on to do other things.
Okay, thank you.
That's the one, David. She's the daughter of was it Officer Munsell? Was that his name?
Mundell.
Munsell, and she was looking forward for years to go into law enforcement, and did apply, and apparently went through all of the procedures and did very well in all phases, and was hired. And it's disappointing that after a month or so, she decided, after all of it, that it, like Mary says, it wasn't her cup of tea.
Right.
Well, and if she felt that way, it's good that she came forward and let it be known. It would be bad to have someone on there that really doesn't feel good, and that's when we start having problems. So I commend her for that. Mary, what else do we have?
Next is examiner's report. So let's see, we've had 2 new hires, Officer Leisha Cockle and John Babcock. Of course, he's returning. He left for maybe a month, decided to come back. And 1 officer terminated, Joseph Wellman. We're in the final step of bringing on a lateral police officer from Stellicum. And we have approval to fill 3 other positions at this time. And I believe there's 4 retirements coming up in June.
Wow.
And we've hired a new evidence technician. It's Anna Beard. And you may recall she was with us a few years ago and she left for a while and she's returned also. And we're
Mary?
wrapping, yes,
You said there are still 3 more vacancies, is that correct? Plus 4
Yes.
more retirements coming up in June.
yes.
So we're going to have 7 vacancies then. Is there approval to hire all 7?
No. At this time, there's approval to fill 3 positions.
Okay. The department hasn't asked for authority to replace the 4 upcoming retirements.
Well, let me take that back. I'm trying to think back. I know some of those approvals are to fill maybe 3.
Okay,
So yeah,
Okay,
I believe they are. I was wrong on that. I think those requisitions are to fill these, at least 3 of these people who are leaving, the vacancies.
oh, okay, plus the 3 vacancies. So we can expect that there'll probably be six hires in the next, hopefully 6 hires in the next month or so.
No,
No.
Dennis, just
Okay.
3.
Oh, okay. So the 3 vacancies are part of the 4 retirements. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm wrapping up the recent entry police officer process. Oral boards are scheduled for 2 days in June and a day in July. And we had 36 people took the written exam, 4 failed, and we had the highest passing rate ever, 88.8%. And we had 32 people do the physical ability test, 6 failed, and 4 didn't show up. So at this point, there's 22 people scheduled for oral boards.
Hmm.
And we'll probably be opening the process again, maybe in September or October, if not sooner.
Was the pandemic an issue?
I don't think so, no. We got
Okay.
through pretty easily.
Mary, refresh my memory. So we have 22. Now, when the, after all is said and done, does this then replace the old list, period? In other words, if you were on the current list, you have to apply again
No,
under this,
they'll
or
be
they're
added.
just added to it? Okay,
Because it's the
And-
same process.
okay.
We haven't
And
changed
how many do
anything.
we have now approximately on our current list?
I think we've gone through everyone.
Oh, okay, so if
I think all
we've
the names,
completed the list,
yeah, I
okay.
think all the names have been referred.
well, okay. All right,
I
Thank
may
you.
be wrong on that. There may be still a couple, but I think we did refer all the names.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you.
So at the rate we're going, if it doesn't get opened up again within the next month or maybe by July at the latest, I'm thinking we really should try to do testing again in late September,
Mhm.
just to keep it rolling, because I think we'll go through those 22 names awfully quick.
Mhm.
Yep.
So let's see, that's it for my report.
Any other input from any other commissioners?
Nope.
No? No?
I guess we could say that our meeting is adjourned at 9:50. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
We are adjourned.
all right.
Thank you.
Good seeing you all.
Yep.
Take care.
All right.
Stay
We'll see
safe.
ya.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good luck
Bye.
with your puppies.
Thank you.